supervision. Where I am now, better than before, through those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, in a special place, until I walk in grace. Where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, Where I Am Now. Where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, WMVA 88.9 studio, all you have to do is go to Everette's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page or FYI Facebook page. And guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the globe, all you have to do is go to WPCE1400am.com or WGPL1350am.com. Click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors. Let's welcome WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM, WMVA 88.9 FM. Good morning.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Good morning, Sheila Robbins. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show. We'll shout you out, but I tell you what, before we do that, make sure you go over to YouTube at FYI Radio Show. Host Yolanda Hinton. We need you to go over there right now, and if you do, we'll shout you out.
Are you sure?
I promise.
Shut up.
I tell you what, Mr. E, the weekend was an absolute fabulous weekend. And look, before I talk about the weekend, let's welcome our sponsors, Bulvic Academy, BULVIC, and Beard Guards. Make sure you go to the websites, bulvicacademy.com and beardguards.com. This is a good time. This is the holiday season, a good time to go and visit those websites and get those things for you.
That's right. Don't forget, you need those beards to be looking good. And guess what? Mr. Chris Hinton would love if you go to Beard Guard.
Absolutely. Also, FYI 9.
Winners on Friday. We want to thank both of Miss Connie and also Miss Valerie. Thank you so very, very much for being one of our great winners on FYI 9-year celebration.
Absolutely. We're going to continue to celebrate. Actually, in December, we're coming up on our time of giving. Those that have supported us, Miss D, those that just stick and stay, we just want to bless you. And so we'll have that and more coming up in the following weeks.
That's what we do. We want to be a blessing.
Yes. So your weekend was good, I hope, Mr. E.
Yeah, I had a great weekend. Didn't do too much of anything. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy life.
They had a nice parade this weekend in Norfolk, Virginia. I hope you all got a chance to go out there. The weather wasn't too bad.
That's right.
And But I tell you what, it kicked off this holiday season. It's time to put up the trees, the wreaths, all that good stuff, Mr. E. Your lights, just come on, because I tell you what, before you know it's going to be here and gone.
Have you put yours up yet?
I'm getting ready to. I think today I'll be putting up some wreaths. I'll put up some beautiful decorative Christmas pillows in my home and just a lot of little things. The tree, I'll probably, after Thanksgiving, I'll probably put those up. But other than that, yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Yuletide day.
You know, because Christmas is right around the corner. Before you know it, they're going to hit you, knock you down before you even got the tree up.
Absolutely. Look, something else took place in real time. I was sitting there watching it. T.D. Jakes had a medical, something came up as he finished preaching. He preached and he preached and he preached and he sat down, and the next thing you know, Mr. E.
That's right.
It says that Bishop T.D. Jakes, he's stable now after suffering a medical emergency during a sermon on Sunday, according to the megachurch Potter's House of Dallas, where he serves as pastor. Video of the incident shows a renowned Christian pastor lowering his microphone and shaking in his seat before people around him rush to his side. It says Bishop T.D. Jakes experienced a medical emergency during a sermon November 24th. In a statement, the church said Jakes experienced a slight health incident and received immediate medical attention following his powerful hour-long message. It was powerful.
That's
it
right.
was long. And Mr. E, you could see it in real time. Bishop Jakes is stable and under the care of medical professionals, the church said. The entire Potter's House family is grateful for the outpouring of love, prayers, and support from the community. Jake founded the 30,000 member megachurch in Southern Dallas, Texas in 1996.
Well, our prayers are going out for Bishop Jakes and the ministry, you know, and, you know, nobody likes to see a pastor go down.
Absolutely.
You know, especially when he has service and did a lot. Nobody likes to see a pastor, period, while in the pulpit be taken down like that, but even any medical situation whatsoever.
It's quite scary because we've known pastors to sit up there and just die right in the
That's
pulpit.
right.
And so this wasn't one of those incidents. He had a medical emergency and they took care of it. His daughter said he just walking around. They trying to keep him to sit down at home, but you know, she said you can't keep a strong man down. And so he's doing fine. And so we just hope that, you know, they will continually watch and make sure he's okay. Because as I looked at it, Mr. E, he was showing sign of some distress throughout that message.
Right.
And so they finally got it, and he finally, you know, was taken care of. So we're glad about that.
But we're praying for Bishop Jakes. My God, we're praying for his ministry. You know, we're praying for the health of all the preachers in every pulpit around the USA.
Absolutely.
We praying for you because folks don't know how a pastor labors for the people, you know, and so he taking on the stress, so, you know, of people and praying to God about it and not even paying close attention to his health, but really going out and about doing what he has to do for the people of God.
Well, I'm sure he is doing what he can do, but, you know, the body it breaks down, and hopefully, you know, he has somebody that can help him to just regain his strength and, you know, keep him on the straight and narrow as far as health and anything that he needs to take. I heard recently a pastor saying that he was diagnosed with something, and he was like, well, I'm going to ignore that. And it's like, well, you can ignore certain things if you want to, but, you know, you better make sure that you have somebody that can care and look out for you and have a doctor, you know, lined up just in case.
That's right. Make sure you take good care of your health. You know, some pastors, all pastors, make sure you take good care of your health. Get your checkup like you're supposed to. Go to the doctor, eat right, drink plenty of water, you know, do what you got to do in order to stay alive.
Absolutely. We're praying for all leaders. The Bible said pray for all those that lead, those leaders in high places, those, you know, people that run countries and that do things, you know, they have a lot of people underneath them to lead. We pray for you all. Let's talk about Monday sports talk. Talking about week 12. Mr. E, this was a nail biting weekend for the NFL. This particular week 12 I'm talking about.
That's right. And the more we go into NFL, Miss Hinton, these last 15, 3 or 4 weeks, the more it's going to get tougher and tougher as it goes. If you don't have no fingernails by now, go on down to Mabel's fingernail studio and get you some artificial ones if you got to bite on your fingernail. Miss Hinton, let's take us to what happened on November the 21st,
Absolutely.
That Thursday. A nail biter
Yes.
when the Pittsburgh Steelers took on the Cleveland Browns.
Now, wait a minute now.
Nail biter. You speak
that
of nail
was
biter.
A nail biter, but this is the thing. It was a surprise to me because the Browns,
Cleveland Browns, Cleveland
Let's
Browns.
talk about their what are their numbers?
You see, Cleveland Browns hadn't won the back of a barn.
That's what I'm talking
about. And and here they turn around and they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers.
What happened?
Miss Hinton, as I began to look at that game or visualize that game, I said to myself, something ain't right with this picture, because the Cleveland Browns, they are 3-8, a 3-8 team, turn around and beat an 8-3 team.
I'm telling you,
the Pittsburgh Steelers was 3-8 and 8-3.
They left their stinger home.
They left the stinger home. They didn't come to work with it, because that when they got out there on November 21st on that Thursday, they was met by the Cleveland Browns, who couldn't hit the back of a barn and won 24-19.
I tell you what, it was not that close of a game, but I tell you, what did you think went wrong with the Steelers?
Well, the Steelers, my boy Wilson couldn't get off like he's supposed to.
What happened to the winning streak? You said the winning streak. Somebody jumped in there.
That's right. He couldn't get off like it. What I'm saying about these teams, when they're done lost all year long, what have they got to lose? Nothing. They don't have anything to lose. All they got to do is hurt somebody else, get somebody, break somebody down, and cause somebody else to be, when they go into the next phase, and get it tore all up.
Well, see, you got to watch it when you have that winning streak. It may be the least team that you can think of that will come in and bust your bubble. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about the Minnesota Vikings against the Chicago Bears?
That game right there, it was toe to toe. First of all, the Vikings 30, the Bears 27, and Mr. E. You just thought you didn't know who was going to win that game. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The Vikings at one time were behind. The Bears tried it, but then all of a sudden the Vikings just proved to hey, have it going on and came through.
They are 9-2. The Vikings are 9-2, and the Bears are 4-7.
They tried.
So they tried very hard to do what they had to do.
This other one was wow. What happened? All right, we have the Lions and the Colts. It was 24-6 for the Lions. And the Lions are not playing this season.
That's right. The Lions is not 10-6. It's not taking any hostages. So they turn around and beat the Detroit Lions. Turn around and beat the Indianapolis Colts 24-6. And then here's a barn burner. The New England Patriots, they did get 15 points, but the Miami Dolphins, who's lost so many games,
it's the truth. I had high hopes for them.
So many games, they turned around and they beat the Patriots, yeah.
They were very happy, because they didn't want to lose any more games. They were looking bad, 5-3. But I don't know, Mr. E. The Patriots, to me, is another team that's just like the Browns. They're not doing squat.
They need Tom Brady back again.
Brady.
And then you turn around and then you had 30-7, the New York Giants. And the team played them on Thanksgiving Day. Tampa Bay Buccaneers put a
Mr.
whipping.
E going past that so fast. Look at the Giants. You talking about can't hit the back of a what?
The back of a backboard.
2-6 Giants. You all are not doing absolutely nothing.
Well, they was at the bottom of the totem pole last year, wrestling with the Eagles. With the Commanders. Now they're at the bottom of the totem pole, wrestling with the Cowboys.
Speaking of Cowboys,
and they have a 2-9.
Speaking of Cowboys, the Cowboys finally came through. Mr. E, that's why he's smiling so hard, y'all. He just look, his team finally came through. We were gonna throw them away too at one time. It was four wins, but they did it. The Cowboys 34. The Commanders, who had a great winning streak, 26. What happened?
Well, the Cowboys came out to play. They came out to do what they had to do. Win, lose, or draw. They're still American. This is the only thing I see about the Cowboys and about the people around. When the Cowboys was down, they thought they were going to keep them down on the ground. They call us nothing. We won't anything at that. But now when the Cowboys win one game, they say, y'all think y'all all that answer. We can't do but win one game. Let all these teams out there, and we just want to do what we can get and get our games out of the way. And then when we win, it's luck. They cheated. We beat the Commanders.
Y'all bust that bubble for sure. 7. They had 7 games. The Commanders, they were on a winning streak. The Cowboys was like they were almost ready to pack bags. But they came through. That was a nail biter.
Well, the Commanders are 7-5.
7-5.
That's right. They was a 7-5, and the Cowboys are 4-7. But that was a nail biter for them.
It was.
When that running back, that boy turned around and ran back on them like it was.
I know that was fire. I'm sorry. That was.
You'll see that on the highlights. You see that on the highlights for the rest of the season. He came out and he did that. I call it a John Madden switch. You only see that on only on the Madden game. He did a whip, and that was the ball game. So congratulations to all the Cowboy fans. Yeah.
Especially with so many of you all out hurt and everything.
That's right.
Hey, you all did it.
That's right. I had a friend of mine kept calling me, and he's calling me now, so I'm hanging up on that. Mr. Cedric Bailey,
you should tell him to call the station, and let's talk to him. In the meantime, yes, the Cowboys 34, the Commanders 26. If you would check out social media, the Commanders are definitely hurt because they said of all teams, why the Cowboys? The Cowboys, look, must have been mighty, mighty ready. Mr. E, they must have been, just hyped. They had something to prove. They proved that they are not out. You can't count them out yet. The Commanders, you better make sure you win the next ones, else we're gonna talk about you real bad. But so far, the Commanders are coming through this season like never before.
Let's go back and pull some more nails. The Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh my, Mr. E, that was talking about a nail biter. I was sitting there, I was like, now listen, it was amazing. The Chiefs came through at 30. The Panthers 27, but it could have went anything.
That's right. The magician pulled a rabbit out of his hat. Don't tell me Patrick Mahomes ain't a magician.
Patrick is all that. I'm trying to tell you, he was determined.
And ran all the way down, put him in position to get that. And the Carolina Panthers ain't been all that all year.
Well,
anyway.
That's true. So, but I tell you what, they were close to winning.
They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. No, that was the Browns that beat the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Uh-huh.
Tennessee Titan pulled a rabbit out their hat.
Oh, Lord.
I got to give it to the Tennessee Titans. They finally won 32-27.
That was a nail biter too. It was a lot of nail biters on week 12, Mr. E.
And then we had Denver Broncos played against the Raiders. I know why Mr. Bailey ain't calling me back. I gave him all the information where he can call me. Well, the Raiders, they got swamped by the Denver Broncos 29-19. So listen, what great football we had on yesterday. And the Raiders shouldn't talk to nobody. If I was a Raider, I wouldn't talk to nobody. And you are 2-9
Mr. Bailey.
in week 12.
Mr. Bailey, what's going on with the Raiders? The Raiders were okay, but the Raiders are absolutely doing squat
They
this
go down,
season.
Boo-boo go down the drain. They go down the drain. And then turn around to San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, wow.
The 49ers.
Mr. E, the Packers.
Green Bay, the cheesehead.
Green Bay won that 38-10, but the Green Bay came out there ferocious. They were determined from the drop of the ball.
That's right. They came out there, want to battle. I want to give props to my nephew, Mr. James Luther. Mm-hmm. They came out there, want to play ball yesterday, and the score, their lead was 8-3. They won 8 games and lost 3, but they are good, doing wonderful in their division.
They are.
The 49ers are down the drain,
Mediocre.
going down the drain.
Mediocre.
And they was all that and a bag of chips.
I know it.
That boy, they kept that boy, his name is Kurt, kept him down to almost nothing on yesterday.
All right, we got the Cardinals and the Seahawks. It was 16-6 for the Seahawks. I didn't get a chance to see that game, Mr. E, but these two teams are like toe-to-toe in the numbers for the season. What do you think about that?
6-5. Both of them are 6-5. And the Seattle Seahawks, they were a promising team. I used to like their uniforms, but there's only one team out there that Ed Everett likes. That's them Dallas Cowboys. I win, lose, or draw. I'm gonna be a Cowboy for the rest of one's life.
I tell you what, who's coming through, and you all can't do nothing about it. That's the Philadelphia Eagles, and they played the Rams on yesterday. 37-20. Eagles came through. They have a great winning streak, Mr. E. You can't deny it.
You got Saquon Barkley that came back. Barkley came jumping over folk. He ran 2 touchdowns on yesterday for 255 yards. Ooh. My hat's off to Barkley, the running back for the Philadelphia Eagles. He did not. He had 26 carries and ran 255 yards with those 26 carries and 2 touchdowns. Yes. So my hat off. And he's jumping over folk backwards. I got to give it to him.
Yes.
And as he run, he jumping over folk backwards. Saquon, them young boys going to do that. They're going to try that while they're going through the season.
Absolutely. Look, plenty of interceptions in this week 12. It was
plenty of fumbles too.
Fumbles,
fouls.
It was a lot of it.
Dallas Cowboys had some folks that couldn't stay on the line, especially number 60. I started to go out
some of your folk that were there. There's plenty that are I was getting ready to say sick and afflicted, injured. Where's your folks? Where are they? I didn't see him. Was he up there sitting up there smiling?
He's recuperating. He's recuperating. Dak is recuperating, learning what it takes to sit on that money.
Oh, sit on that money and just.
And he's sitting on that money, but we expect him to come on back out there
Who was out
real
there?
Soon. CeeDee Lamb was out there who did a wonderful job. Pierce was out there. We had a bunch of new cats out there. Even down Ezekiel came out there. So
maybe that's what y'all should keep doing, bringing the new cats out there. They're fire because they won that game for you.
He's an old head. So, yeah, they did a wonderful job out there yesterday, even down to Mr. Rush, who was the quarterback of the hour. They started doing 2 things. They started bringing Rush in, and then they switch him out for a little bit. Then they bring the other quarterback in, and then they put Rush back in. But other than that, just to give him a rest, I'm saying thank you so much, Mr. Rush. What a wonderful job that you've done.
Finally saw some energy from the coach of the Cowboys. He was a happy camper.
Because his job was on the line.
Woo! I said, okay, you all right. You've been saved by the bell.
And the Commanders coach who was used to be the defensive coach for the Dallas Cowboys,
Uh-huh.
he was mad as all out
I
though. Did you see
know.
it, Miss Hinton, when they kicked the onside kick? It took one bounce, and the next time I know Thomas was in the end zone. Score. I mean, they put something on those Commanders. I mean, listen, Commanders, y'all did a wonderful job. The game was wonderful, and y'all played good ball. But y'all can't continue to think that we're going to lay there and die. Because this was a big game for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
Any two times the Commanders and the Cowboys come together. The box office was full. The stadium was full.
Yes.
They made mad money. The stadiums couldn't hold all the people that was out there. So because they knew that the Cowboys was coming to town. But Miss Hinton, even though the Cowboys are trying to recuperate, they're trying to get it back together. Win, lose, or draw. We can lose a game and you talk about them. They can win a game and you be talking about them. They just love to talk about them Cowboys, and that's why I bought me a brand new can of cologne. I got a brand new can of cologne, and it's called Haterade. For all those folks who wants to be a part of the outcast that don't like the Cowboy for not, I bought a can. I'm patented. If you want to buy a can of Haterade, give me a call. I'll send you a can for free.
Why they hate y'all so bad?
Well,
but this is look. Let me tell you what I hear in the streets. They say they don't hate the team; they hate the fans. Say y'all, say you all don't have a sense of reality because whether you win or lose, you all say they won.
That's right. We going to the Super Bowl. We'll say that. We're going to the Super Bowl, whether or not we be there or not. We still, and this is what a lot of folks don't like to hear. All those teams out there, they don't want to hear that the Dallas Cowboys are America's team.
Now, Mr. E, I know we're far from the Super Bowl, but
right.
At least look in your crystal ball and see if there's any team going on, just giving you a kind of like a foretaste of who could be there, according to the numbers that we have now.
Well, when we look at the numbers that we have there now, I'm looking at the Buffalo Bills could be a part.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the Buffalo Bills, they are 9-2. Then
yeah, they good.
Then the Kansas City Chiefs,
of course,
they're gonna make their debut, and then on the NFC East side, and the Philadelphia Eagles gonna be there. Yes. The Detroit Lions, they got their prospects also that can be a part of there. And when you look at and that well, Minnesota Vikings is a possibility.
Let's talk about the Vikings, Mr. E. They are doing quite well this season.
That's right. The Minnesota Vikings are doing a wonderful job. They're 9-2, but they have not outdid the Detroit Lions.
Absolutely.
The Detroit Lions is still the head of their division, and they have not come up. Now, here's the thing. The division runs, when you look at the division runs of each of these districts, in the AFC, you got the Buffalo Bills, that's a 9-2, the Miami Dolphins. So you know right then and there that the Buffalo Bills then clinched the division title.
Wow.
When you look at the Philadelphia Eagles against the Baltimore Ravens, and the Baltimore Ravens is a 7-4, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are 8-3, guess what? That still leave room for the Baltimore Ravens to come up and be the
okay, give me their numbers again, the Ravens, because they're fan favorite as well.
The Ravens is 7-4. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are 8-3.
Okay.
All the Pittsburgh Steelers has to do is lose another game.
Ooh.
And Baltimore Ravens has to win, and they can walk right on in there, and they can almost qualify to be the division champion.
Amazing.
And then you got the Houston Oilers, who's a 7-5, and the Indianapolis Colts. Well, you look at the 7-5, yeah, they done clinched that division for the AFC South. Then the Kansas City Chiefs done clinched their division for the AFC West. And then when you look at the NFC East, you'll find that the 9-2 Philadelphia Eagles and the 7-5, Commanders.
Commanders,
You know, that's 1 and 2. So they really got to battle out between them two to see which one of those two. Now, don't be surprised that the Dallas Cowboys is right behind the Washington Commanders. Any day they can slip and fall, we can move right on into that
think
place.
The Commanders streak is over or what? What are you trying to say?
I really do. They done shot their best game. Jay Daniels, he was so disappointed, and the hits, he wasn't getting hit like he got hit yesterday. I mean, folks was that proportion that Michael Parsons put a hit on him and drug him a little bit when he hit him like somebody had a tow truck and pulled him down. I mean, he took a licking on yesterday.
I tell you what, we want to shout out some of our friends on Instagram. We have Hillbilly _ girl lover. Hey, we got I think it's TDOC 234, and they love _ fail or fall. Which one? Hey Auntie, who? That must be somebody I know. Look like my girl. Who is that? My girl, is that my girl Jewel? But anyway, thank you so much for joining us on Instagram, Facebook Live. Thank you. Even YouTube, all you all are on. I can see some names, some I can't see. Miss E, you got anybody over there that I can't see over this way?
Miss Sheila Robbins, we want to say thank you so very, very much for tuning in to the Most Talked About Radio Show, and to all the people out there. Mr. Earl Sproul, I know he's a diehard Commander fan. I thought I'd give you a shout out on today because you talked mad trash to me on yesterday. I couldn't even get out of church good enough for you want to talk mad trash. And so, Mr. Earl Sproul, I want to let you know, Mr. Sproul, that the Dallas Cowboys put up and they shut up too.
Ooh, I tell you what, congratulations, Cowboys. Congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to all you all out there playing some great ball. But I tell you what, just come over here for a few seconds. We'll talk about some upcoming shows. And we thank you for celebrating 9 years with FYI Radio Show. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3, WPCE 1400, WMVA 88.9, and on all social media platforms. That's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10. And for more information, give us a call at 757-714-7861, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Hey, look, the holiday season has begun.
Good morning, Mr. Jason Baker.
Hey, Mr. There's my baby, my son, my nephew. I love you. We just want to say thank you all for supporting us 9 years. Thank you for your support. Sticking and staying with us. You all are the best. Make sure you tell somebody about FYI, and make sure you go to our platforms and subscribe. We need the numbers.
That's right. We want you to know that we're coming with the best. If you see anything that we need to change in 2025 and that you want to hear more of, drop us a list, a line, or a letter, inboxes at Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, and let us know what we need to do to bring you nothing but the very best in 2025.
I want to shout out my nephew, Daryl Jr., who had a birthday on yesterday. Oh, congratulations. Look, they went across into the 4-0. We love you, DJ, and I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful celebration. Mr. E, we have some upcoming shows. We're going to be doing some immigration, of course, a time of giving. Of course, we got to talk about holidays and the scams and, just being safe, safety tips with cooking and eating, and just a lot of different things that we want to share with you all. Of course, our time of giving is going to be all that. And we want you all to stay, and because we want to, just tell you how much we appreciate you. We'll have giveaways and things like that. Don't forget our FYI Monday evening after dark. We're going to do a replay today, but we are going live real soon. So don't forget, we would love for you to be in our audience and be a part of what we're doing. Inbox us and let us know you want to be a part of that After Dark show. If you got content, if you want to be a special guest, subject matter, or anything that you feel could help our After Dark show, please inbox us and let us know. Don't forget Yolanda Hinton's music, Make It All Right. Thank you all for your support with that, with the music and things like that. Also, Crystal Community Corporation, Young Women Achieving Success. We're still recruiting this month and next month, girls in 11 to 17 years old. The Royal Ladies Pride. Look, if you don't get that order in now, you won't get it because she won't be. She won't even be in town for the holidays. But you can still get your pies up until Tuesday evening. Okay, you can be a special guest, internal sponsor with FYI.
And all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. Again, that's 757-714-7861. Our email is at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com.
You all are the best. Thank you so much for your support. Enjoy these wonderful days. If you're in the Hampton Roads area, we got some great days coming up, nice weather. So you all be blessed and continue to pray for our leaders, TD Jakes, and everybody. Just whisper prayer for all. So Mr. E, thank you all. Thank you for what you do, and continue to be blessed and enjoy your holidays. We won't be back until next Monday, because Mr. E Friday, right?
That's right, Friday. I'll be on my way back here Friday.
Mr. E's got holiday festivities and things, so we won't see you all until Monday of next week. So be blessed and have a wonderful day and a wonderful holiday. God bless you.
God bless. 2 of them.